StarShip community. Thanks for joining us. So today we have Matthew Albright. Again, he's the CEO of StarShip, and we're going to go over some sexy material, right?
Yes, sir. Sexy with a C.
Some good content. But before we head into that, I'm going to hit everybody with the disclaimer, and we'll be back in a bit. All right, Matt, we're back. So, big news. I got to congratulate you guys again. You just got approved on Wax, right? So this is like official. You guys are now verified. You're good to go. So this is with the NFTs.
Verified and whitelisted.
I
Yes,
just want
sir.
to show that. So here we
Verified
are.
and whitelisted. This is it's really hard to get verified there. You know, you got to the owners approve everything. So
Yeah, so this process, I mean, this actually took months, right? This wasn't just something you could just apply for and then get like within 24 hours. Like you guys been talking about this for quite some time.
yeah, they go in, they take a screen recording. They didn't quite understand why you had to connect your Binance Smart Chain wallet, but anyways, we worked through it. So and we finally got there.
All right. So, Matt, there's one thing I got to say, and you told me this through DMs. We got to make you smile a little bit. We're gonna make you smile this time. So I want to give
Chris in the community messaged me and he's like, "You got to smile more on video." I was like, "Okay, whatever."
you got to head into the official StarShip Philippines Telegram group. I always got to give them a shout out. I always got to say it. You got to go in there. They're always going to make you happy. They're going to be the ones making you smile today.
Yep. After a long day's work, that's the best place to go to relax, especially right before bed. So
that's it. All right. Merchandise. StarShip. Is this another going to be part of the platform? You guys going, how big is this going to be? Or is this going to start out small? Merchandise.
What's cool is, like I said, you know, people, they just come to us with ideas. They're constantly contributing. Obviously, we needed merchandise. Everybody has merchandise. But what we're going to start, I believe on the 7th, is Merch Mondays. So if you are wearing your StarShip merchandise and you hashtag deploy StarShip, hashtag Merch Monday on Twitter, we're going to be doing giveaways every week. So if you want to earn packs, if you want to earn, I mean, you know, one coffee mug and a photo each week with Merch Monday, you can enter as many times as you want. So that's pretty big.
I like that. Are there any actual like previews of what's going to become available, or that it was just put out there? This is what we're doing.
Actually, if you go to deploystarship.com and click the store link, okay, you can actually see some of the merchandise in the catalog. Obviously, this is just a start. I actually ordered one of everything. So as soon as that gets here, you guys are going to see me and my StarShip merchandise. I have pillows, I have jackets, pants. Actually, I think my goal should.
You actually have pillows. I need a sweater too. I'm gonna get a sweater, so I'll be wearing one. So for these shows, I'll wear something.
I don't want to wear anything but StarShip gear from here on out. You know, I already got the tattoo. So now I got the clothing too.
Do you have a tattoo?
I'm obsessed. Yeah, I got a tattoo on my finger of a StarShip.
Where is it? I haven't seen that. Where's that? Let me see it.
If you can't really see it, like, hold on, where's it at? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yo,
but
I didn't know that. Okay, so you're officially.
I'm getting it yeah. I'm getting it redone when Asley gets here. He's coming on Saturday, so we'll go out and get it redone, and I might even add the CEXy Finance logo right above my knuckle here.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you. Don't be stripping for us to show us where the other tattoos are.
Keep those private.
I didn't know that's cool. So they actually say a tattoo on the hand is like the most painful. So I don't know if you have tattoos elsewhere, but I mean I'm tatted up.
Yeah,
I have tattoos everywhere. So not on the
that's
hand.
actually that's my only tattoo. It's the only thing that I've ever been sure about keeping on my body forever. So I love it.
Yeah, man. Literally like StarShip for life on that one. That's dedication.
Yeah,
Which finger was this on? I didn't. Which one was it on?
it's my right hand trigger finger. So
Okay.
I'm sure we could make some stories up for that.
Okay. All right. CEXy Finance. What's up with this? I mean, aside from the name, which I kind of actually like, it has a nice twist on it, but
Yeah.
it looks like it's kind of been opened up to the StarShip community. People have been asking, what is this? What is this exchange? What's up with the name? If you could share kind of where that came from.
So anybody who's actually trading, they know that a CEX is a centralized exchange, a DEX is a decentralized exchange. So it's a play on words. CEXy Finance. The thing about it is, we didn't want to go with a typical bit or coin in the name of the exchange, because that's what everybody has, and I needed something that was easy to market. You hear CEXy Finance, sexy with a C. It's easy to remember. Nobody's gonna forget that, and that's gonna make our marketing life so much easier. So that's my take on it. But some people, they either love it or they hate it. So, but that's what we want. I think that's what we want.
Okay.
So.
Well, so this the exchange itself, it's not live. There is no pre-sale, right? As of now, or is there something in the works for that? So somebody
There's no
wants to look it up.
pre-sale.
If they go into Telegram, you could put in CEXy Finance. The Telegram group exists. I believe you guys also made like the first tweet from that as well.
Yep.
So like it just started.
Yeah, we made our socials. Actually, we tweeted from Deploy StarShip about it. But our Telegram is also t.me/CEXy Finance. So it should be pretty simple to find.
Okay, but the exchange itself, though, it's not live, right? This is something that you guys are still working on. I mean, this is an exchange isn't something that's small to start. This in itself is a huge project.
We've been working on it since last year, the beginning of last year, first quarter. It's a lot of paperwork. We submit one thing and then they come back and they tell us, hey, we need something else now. So it's a little frustrating, because if it wasn't for legal, we would be able to accomplish so much more quickly. I think those are barriers that they put in place to hold people back, honestly.
So. Sure. Yeah, they're kind of halting innovation, right? They're kind of.
Yeah,
I don't think
definitely not friendly. Not friendly to innovation.
Yeah, there's just so many, I guess, regulations, compliance that's coming out. People are just unsure as to, honestly, the answers for some of this stuff. It's kind of, you have to be a maverick. You have to be the first to market to kind of see or have an idea as to what's involved, what you're seeing now.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Something that I think would be cool. I've been playing around with this idea where we pair all the token listings with StarShip. But how do we incentivize token holders or token owners to do that? And I think just by telling them the fact that the exchange profits are going to be backing StarShip liquidity, which would then increase their liquidity. I think that's positive, because if you were to pair with Bitcoin or even US dollars, they're not constantly backing those with revenue. So I think that would be a huge selling point.
So CEXy Finance. So this, again, it's a separate entity, right, than StarShip, because again, StarShip, it's a business, right? This isn't a hobby that you're just created out of nowhere. And
yeah, StarShip, for legal reasons and technicalities, StarShip is decentralized token. The businesses that were contributing to the ecosystem, it's no different than PayPal announcing that it's buying Bitcoin. But we have to distinguish between the two. StarShip is its own entity, decentralized. It's on the blockchain. Without us, StarShip token would still operate. Now, the businesses that we contributed to that ecosystem, that's it's they're their own entities. So
okay, now StarShip token, right? So now the token aspect, and then you have Kyanite as well. So that's part of the ecosystem, the decentralized aspect of it. They're going to leverage CEXy Finance. So it's still part of like an ecosystem, right, that you guys are building. But you're making the onboarding process, again, for those that are new into crypto, to attain or to acquire StarShip tokens, Kyanite tokens. So this is all to help benefit everything, right? It's a cumulative effort to build this ecosystem up.
Yeah, the real power is really in liquidity. Everything we're doing is to increase that liquidity. And every dollar that you add in liquidity usually raises the market cap at least by 10. So it's important that we can add as many dollars into the liquidity pool as possible, and not just traders' dollars. We want external dollars coming in that we know aren't going to come out. So
okay. So do you also foresee, because we're just talking about like pairing, right? So if you look at Pancake Swap, it's always paired to BNB for liquidity. Uniswap, it's Ethereum. So is CEXy Finance going to have all these other tokens get paired to StarShip tokens, or are they going to be open to different types of pairing?
Yeah, I mean, the value of the token, if it wasn't paired with something that had value, it wouldn't really be worth anything. The value comes from BNB, but that value could also come from other tokens. So we fully intend to pair with as many tokens as possible. Once that liquidity pool reaches a certain point, we could partner with somebody who's creating a blockchain and do what BNB BEP2 did with BEP20, that little migration there. So first step is liquidity. The next step could be blockchain. We don't know. It really just depends on the community. If they continue to support the project, then the sky's the limit. We could do anything that we want. So,
well, if CEXy Finance is having liquidity that's being paired with StarShip along with other tokens, I mean, think about the value of StarShip, especially then either being locked or then just being placed in liquidity. That's huge in regards to just taking circulating supply out, right?
That's the thing is I think a lot of people are just constantly taking out. They're just taking, but we fully intend to put everything back in. Even if you look at like the stock market crashes, most of the liquidity on these stocks that's provided by the banks. If you compare that to like how we added liquidity into Bitmart, the value of being a liquidity provider is it's so valuable. It's unbelievably valuable. You can earn 10%, 20% in a month just from providing liquidity on your own token. So it obviously not financial advice, but I didn't realize how valuable it was until we created that liquidity pool on Bitmart. But what's important to know is if you want something to crash, all you have to do is pull liquidity. We see that with the banks. We see it with the stock market. I was actually trading in 2000.
Scams.
Yeah, so I was trading in 2000 on Cisco when they said they were going bankrupt. You couldn't sell anything. All the buy orders just disappeared. and that's not Cisco Food Company. It's Cisco, the internet company.
Yep.
Anyways, liquidity is the most important thing. It's the most important thing for a token. So.
Yep, we've seen it all throughout the years, man. You don't have to say too much about liquidity. It's either, and as weird as it sounds, there's a lot of projects that I think use that as a tactic to actually help raise the price of tokens because they'll have such a low amount of liquidity that the price impact is so dramatic, right? So sometimes projects kind of use that to an advantage to start to kind of get the price up, and then they'll kind of cushion it with liquidity to help prevent sell-offs. It's different types of tactics, I guess.
Well, imagine a token hearing or a token who doesn't add any external value. Imagine them pairing with StarShip, and StarShip is constantly adding to that liquidity pool. That's a dream for any token, a meme token or whatever. It's in their best interest to buy StarShip and pair it with StarShip. It just makes sense. It's a no-brainer. So, because our external value going is then increasing their value.
Is there a rough timeline for this, or still just you don't want to put it out there yet?
I try not to give an exact date, but it is going to be this month. That's what I'm told. So it could be any day, honestly. So
that, man. I mean, I'm asking for a broad answer this month. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. StarShip tokens, CEXy finance, it's all kind of coming together. There is, however, a nice hidden gem that I keep mentioning within my Telegram group. I'm starting to see more people understand the value behind Kyanite now, right? So that's within the StarShip community. They're asking about Kyanite. They're kind of understanding the game and acquiring it. But getting it is actually hard to do. I mean, it involves so many different steps just to get it, unless you're just mining within the game. But so CEXy Finance will help also kind of bridge the gap to make it easier to attain, right? Or is that's one of the
exactly
plans?
The goal, we've discussed this. We haven't. I don't know when it's going to be implemented, but we could have Kyanite listed on the exchange on day one. But it would be cool to have a readable API key, which we already have, where it reads your StarShip balance and your Kyanite balance, or just your StarShip balance. So when you go to log in, you don't have to use Cloud Wallet. You don't have to use MetaMask. You could just do everything from the centralized exchange. So we're working out the details, but I would love to see that happen. It would help out a lot of the users, and onboarding with the game. So,
okay. Now, Kyanite, I do want to put this out there. It did get listed on CoinMarketCap. I did see that, but it does look, unfortunately, that there are members of the community or those that are doing their research going onto CoinGecko, and they put in Kyanite for that. StarShip Kyanite is not on CoinGecko yet. Unfortunately, I think there's people that are buying this other token that I hate to use certain words for other projects, but do your research. It's not the right Kyanite. You want the one that's from StarShip. It's on
they're
totally
they're totally trying to take credit for it, and they're taking advantage of the users. It's not fair. It's not right. But that's the world we live in. Double check everything, especially in crypto.
Yep. Yeah. If you go into their group, you'll actually see people asking if this is part of like StarShip admins kind of say that like they don't actually provide a direct answer because they want you to be buying their token instead of the real one. It's kind of shady. I've seen members get banned, messages deleted because of this. So do your own research. Kyanite is only on the Wax blockchain, and you can get that on Alcor exchange. So I'll put that in the description below as well, so people can see the real one. That's what you want to get. It's part of the real game.
Yeah, and speaking of the value of Kyanite, our game is coming along. Our second game is already developed. They're just basically reskinning it and integrating Kyanite into it. So in the second game, it goes from play to earn to pay to win. So the pay to win aspect will actually feed the play to earn players. So we're creating an ecosystem here where I think it's going to be very lucrative for a lot of people. So.
Well, that also creates another use case utility for Kynite as well. So it's being plugged into other external games. Other people are using it. They're developing around that, right? That's what's also kind of important. They're kind of adding to the ecosystem. They're building onto it.
Yeah, and another thing is we're developing it on Unity. I think most of the metaverses are. So we can continue to add value on top of this other game, along with our game. Our game is its own engine. But what's nice about having something on Unity is there's a lot of developers that you can find for it. There's a lot of resources available. That I think that's important too. So scalability is going to be amazing. I think we could even do VR at some point. I know we haven't introduced our new CTO yet, but I cannot wait to introduce him. He's an absolute animal. He's been hacking since he was in middle school.
Photographic memory.
He's already built. He's already built 3 games. He's helped other companies build games. Some of those games are very popular. I'll let him explain how cool he is at some point here. But I would actually like him to be on your show. I think that would be cool.
So next week or the following week, get him on. That's
it. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. No pressure to him. He's kind of a shy guy. I hope he doesn't mind being on TV. So.
That's all right. We gotta just throw him in, and that's it. That's the best way to do it. Can't be nervous with this stuff.
Yeah. He has a photographic memory too. I mean, he speaks and writes in multiple languages. The guy he's a genius. So I'm so happy to have him on our team.
Okay. Well, looking forward to having him on the show, but then seeing how that kind of also further expands StarShip into perhaps other games and other ecosystems. It's about just building it.
Exactly.
On that note, I did see the most recent tweet from you guys. This is also from another partnership that you guys have, and this is with TCG World. Now, they are getting their own space station within the game, right?
Yes.
That's what this is for?
Their space station. Carlos, he developed it live on Twitch. I don't know if anybody got a chance to watch that. We didn't give everyone a good notice, so I think there's only a handful of people in there. But yeah, we've developed the space station. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you want to go to YouTube and type in deploy StarShip and TCG World, they've actually developed a huge compound for us. I think we have the second largest plot of land in TCG World. So, this is part of our partnership where we've been helping each other raise awareness about each other's products for quite some time now. I believe since October or so.
Yeah, I remember that. So
check out make sure you buy my avatar and Faye's avatar on the marketplace. It's down a little bit.
All right. So they're in here. You want me to, is it?
You have to go to the marketplace
link.
Yeah, it's on the marketplace. Check this thing out. It's awesome. There it is. The astronauts.
Right here.
Yeah. Cool. One of them's me and the other one's Faye. I'm beating Faye though.
Are you?
In sales. So. Don't let me beat Faye, guys. Don't let me beat Faye. That's not right.
what I like about this is in this crypto space, there's typically, again, there's like this weird competitive edge that's out there, but seeing that StarShip is out there partnering with other projects, collaborating with them, TCG. I remember, like, so last year when they first started out, the graphics were way different, right? They ended up optimizing those, ended up going with the different, I think it was like the Unreal Engine or something, which then like improved everything. But then they themselves got huge partnerships as well. So it's just further increasing the presence and exposure of both of these projects. It's really big.
Exactly, and I believe they were supposed to launch in December, but like Dave told me, he said it's not a race. We're first in this space, and we want to do it right. We want to have the best here, and I think that just judging by this, it's amazing. I think they're going to accomplish that.
So I think this was actually the.
Isn't that beautiful?
This is
that's
the StarShip
us.
land, right? That's you guys, right?
Yeah, if you go to YouTube and type in TCG World deploy StarShip, you can actually watch a video as our avatars walk through that piece of land. So
yep. Well, they have your logo. They got everything on there. It's really cool how realistic all this stuff really became.
And they have our logo first. I love that.
That link.
I don't know if that means anything, but it does feel good.
I'll get the link for that. Well, let's see where it is. I think they had like a separate. It was a video just on this, right? Yeah, here. Look.
Yeah, just walking around. Yeah. So the goal is to create a gaming console that you can, when you're in somebody else's metaverse, specifically TCG World, you can play our game from within their metaverse. So we'll have a gaming console. But also we discussed being able to launch from their metaverse into our StarShip universe as that develops. Because like I said, we are developing on Unity, and I've been very adamant with the development team that I would like us to be able to walk around and build on our planets, or walk around in our space stations.
That's gonna be cool.
We're going to keep investing in this as long as the community keeps investing in us. So it's important.
This is your avatar right here, right? This is it. I'm hoping
I don't know
if
that one's me. They don't show the face. Yeah, but that's a cool spacesuit. I don't know who designed that, but pat yourself on the back. That's awesome.
Pretty badass. I like it. So this is within TCG. This is a collaboration partnership that you guys have with them.
Yep.
I mean, their project grew exponentially. I believe they had partners with, what was that one group? Wall Street Bets or something, right? Isn't that like one of the biggest?
Wall Street Bets. Yeah, I think the guy who made their theme song made the Pokemon theme song or something. They have some type of similar to Pokemon game where I think they're going to have creatures that you can claim or catch or whatever that randomly spawn. I don't know. I'm usually working too much to watch all the videos, so correct me if I'm wrong.
You need some time to relax after this. Yeah, you gotta listen to the theme song and chill out. Pretend you're in your spacesuit, or put the VR goggles on and go into the metaverse.
Speaking of theme song, there's a member in our community, Laurie, and he creates music for like PlayStation games and movies and stuff. So there's actually a couple of songs that he's come out with for StarShip that we want to have as a theme song in our games. So you actually hear that song for the credits or the intro or whatever. And some exciting news about our story/lore. We will start releasing their brainstorm sessions. Basically the audio. They talk for about an hour. They collaborate, and then during the week, they implement those ideas into the story. So we should have quite a bit of our story / lore and creatures created within the next few months also, which could lead to comic books, multiplayer video games, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Another big step for sure. It's a whole nother niche. It's a whole nother market that you could just bring into the crypto space. Definitely important.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
It's the foundation for everything.
We're about 30 minutes in. I know that we do want to keep these relatively short. These are meant for just StarShip community updates. Is there anything that's happening kind of behind the scenes that you want to update the community about, or we're good for this week? Nothing crazy has came up.
We should have a legal opinion soon. I know I keep saying that, but attorneys are, they're not as well. I guess they're worse than developers, because Asley told me when a developer says he'll be done in 15 minutes, expect it to be done within a month.
Yeah,
so
2 days, 3 days, a whole bunch of that.
That's kind of like the attorney. He tells us it's going to be done on the 15th of December, and we're almost done. We're in February now, so
yeah, it's crazy, man. January flew by so fast.
But the second we have that, I mean, we want to list on all the top exchanges. So, and we'll be able to. It's a U.S. legal opinion. It's a U.S. legal opinion can get you on basically every exchange. So.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of hints out there. I'll just say that. We do have some questions within the chat. If you don't mind, maybe another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got EK. He had the question of, would StarShip, or do you have plans on having StarShip ultimately, I guess, going on its own blockchain, or would it always be on BNB? We'll either go mainnet or.
So we do have plans of bridging it onto other blockchains, but also, if we have proper liquidity, there's no reason why we can't make our own blockchain. But first we need the liquidity, and as soon as we have that, if there's a reputable company who wants to partner and they're creating a blockchain, maybe we can work something out. But first things first, we need to find the right people to do that, because our team is mostly game developers, hackers. We need a blockchain expert, so we'll work on that. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Yeah. So for those that are also just asking about projects that do have their own blockchain or that convert to mainnet, a lot of times you kind of shoot yourself in the foot, because the big exchanges that are out there, they then have to code and do a lot more work to get your token onto their exchange. So the price for that goes up dramatically. It's not as easy. It's not really like a plug and play. That's your whole new blockchain. So there's more work that gets involved with that.
Which is also why you want good liquidity. Every exchange is going to want you if you have proper liquidity. So it makes it way easier.
All right. I think we're getting a lot of Filipinos in here for their support, again, which we appreciate. Marketing. So when, I guess, does overall marketing plan to start, right? We got these space stations that are out there. We've got big names. So Pluto Alliance, BitBoy, CryptoStash, TCG. I mean, they're all building in the back end, so it's only a matter of time.
Exactly. Marketing is going to be pretty huge. Not just that, but our other products are marketing also. So no better time than to own StarShip.
All right, Brian Perry had asked if there's a way, I guess, to maybe he's also a creator for music. If there's a way to add a song to a playlist for the actual game.
Yeah. Those are the ones that
creating tunes for you guys. Kind of cool.
So Vari is creating music for us, but if he has music he creates, we could add that also. We've also reached out to a couple of rappers and singers, and we're negotiating rates with them also. So we could have some theme music within our ecosystem.
Okay. Somebody had asked if there's a way, I guess, to bridge StarShip to Wax. That could also
Yes,
be good for liquidity, right? For Kyanite, StarShip, Kyanite.
yes, there is a way. We have a quote for it from a company, a very reputable company, and we just kind of put it on the back burner. But I intend to list on as many blockchains as possible. So
Okay.
or bridge on as many as possible. So
And so, well, right now, StarShip token, it does have those reflection rewards. So those are ultimately going to be turned off, right? Soon. I'm just saying
yeah,
that's going to help with the bridging process. It's not as technical. It's a lot easier once there's no crazy calculations.
yeah. It's all about liquidity. So if we have proper liquidity, then we'll turn off the tax, and we'll list on multiple exchanges. That's why we didn't. When we listed on Bitmart, we didn't ask them to add a tax, because we're kind of moving in the direction of a no tax token. So
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic in itself. I know people are gonna ask about that. So that's like the Riv protocol, all that juicy stuff. We could have a whole show probably just on that, explaining the process behind that stuff.
exactly.
All right, we're actually above allocated time. Again, these shows that we're having, it's really with the StarShip community and all the team. So let's get everybody else on here. It doesn't always just have to be Matt. Get everybody else on
Yeah.
board. I want
I
everybody.
want you guys to meet. Yeah, I want you guys to meet our CTO, the one that we're bringing in. Will, he's been working on the bots. Our current CTO, he's been working on the bots since the beginning of last year. So he's going to move to a CEO position on his project. And maybe we should have Will on also to talk about his AI bots, which we're also going to integrate into the exchange. So
Okay. So that project, also that's not live yet. So he's still working on like the website, getting marketing ready.
yeah, we're not promoting that project within the community. We don't want to cause any selling pressure, but there is a utility token for his project, and they are going to be marketing it outside of StarShip. But understand that StarShip owns a significant portion of that project's revenue. I believe it's 30%. So
Okay. So for those that are watching right now, I guess in the next month short term, let's just say, you're going to have the release of SEC Finance, then the AI bot, right? This.
yep.
Hopefully, you're going to have the letter from the attorneys, and then blast off, basically.
Listing, top exchange, cross your fingers. But yeah, we'll make it happen. So,
all right, let's do it. Matt, again, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. We'll bring everybody else in. Again, the team behind us, it's large. There's an actual like structure behind us, and I kind of want to emphasize that. I want people to see that. It's not just, you guys aren't just a bunch of kids running around. it's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, the foundation of this idea is that anybody can contribute anything. We have people now contributing music, art, stories, bots, centralized exchange, and it's organized too. We have the proper management and team leaders for each thing, so that it doesn't turn into chaos. It was chaos in the beginning when we first started this, but we've met the right people, and things are coming along.
Like I said, this could have been a crazy like Netflix documentary from the start. So like the launch of StarShip, the life of Matt traveling back and forth, and all that other juicy stuff.
So I received a call. I received a call from Mark, the guy who does documentaries and commercials, while we were talking here. So I'm going to call him right after this, but he wants to do a documentary and he wants to do our commercials and stuff. So I think that enough of the community thinks it's a good idea that maybe we should entertain it. So
I think you should. Aside from, you got plenty of content for it. That's the one thing. But to have somebody with such experience to put crypto and blockchain business in the spotlight to really show how much work is required to do this stuff, that's actually kind of a good thing. I think that would bring a lot of viewers and another audience to StarShip.
Yeah, and I really think that StarShip is like the gateway to crypto for a lot of people because it's easy to understand. You have a business. Everybody understands business, but blockchain is not as easy to understand for a lot of people. So, I think there's more people. I know a lot of people who never invested in crypto until StarShip. Let's just put it that way. So.
Okay. I like that. That's good. That's I think a solid reason to actually do this documentary. I would do it. Why not?
Yep.
All right, Matt.
Well, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
No, go ahead.
For those that have questions, head into the StarShip Telegram group. The link is already below in the description. Feel free to join the Beyond FOMO Telegram group. Again, we look for altcoin gems and obviously legit projects before they freaking launch. And that's what you want to do. We do all the research for you, and we appreciate opinions on other projects too. If we could connect and continue growing this whole ecosystem, that's what's kind of the most important part, right? We want to grow together.
Yeah, crypto is kind of cliquey, but I did try to bring as many people together as I could. So I think that's very important, especially if we want to further crypto and blockchain technologies.
Hey, it's still the start for us. We've got way more room to grow. Trust me on that. That's it. All right, Matt, thanks for joining. I'll be in Telegram. We'll chat there.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, bye, guys.